This is a Bluegold Iron Moment. Hello, Perceptive Readers. The confidence which we talk about a lot here over the past several weeks is what you're able to do physically. But in this case today, we're talking about what you're able to accomplish intellectually, mentally. In other words, what you learned. What have you learned from your younger days that you still use today? How do you use it? Has it brought you great benefit? Has it made you prosperous because of the knowledge that you have? Well, I'm sure it has helped you. And so those days when maybe your teacher used to say this to you, you may not appreciate what you're learning now, but you will in the future. Haven't you found that to be the case? Now, today, you remember we have thousands, maybe millions of different types of occupations, even odds and ends jobs that still require us to draw on what we have learned. I'm wondering, do some of you still have your notebooks from school? I bet you a lot of you said, no, you threw those away after graduation. I remember seeing, people do that. It was like, especially during high school. But I think once persons have gone to college, some of them knew, oh, I better keep this notebook, or I better keep this other item that I have. Granted, it seems a lot of people now just use their computers to type in their notes. But at least you see from many days past, persons would actually have those notebooks. And there's a wealth of information in there that you probably realize now that already you were digging up treasures, boy, that could make you a millionaire and more. And you threw them away at graduation. Even illustrations that the teacher has given. You probably said, man, I wish I could remember that illustration this way or that way. Well, let me tell you, your teachers have come from a background as well, different occupations. Some of them, went straight into teaching. Others at times have actually, set up their own businesses and things of that nature that you don't hear even talked about in the classroom. But they also have, different businesses that they're running or helping in some way that goes to show that they have a wealth of knowledge. Now, their style of teaching, may also equate at times to their management style, even in the business world. For example, you may think when you see all the responsibilities of your teachers, how they are still performing a juggling act, if you will. You see, where not only do they have to prepare the lessons, I'm telling you now before everybody having a computer or laptop or what have you. I'm talking about those days where the teacher was just juggling a whole a list of items to make sure that tests were done every week, to make sure they spent a good amount of time teaching the subject. They even had question and answer sessions and stuff like that. I mean, boy, once they've been doing it already for about maybe a year or so, they were some good teachers, substitute teachers that used to come in sometimes just to learn from them. Boy, by the time they started their own classes, maybe the next year or so after that, they were good at managing the classroom. Why? Because they really were taught and given everything that they needed. So it just looked like already that you only been teaching for this your first year, your first semester, and this or that, and you already, once again, efficient at the level of the professors, the wise persons or whatever. Why? Because they were given that information that they could still draw upon. And so they end up becoming just like whoever taught them. So what am I telling you? Already at the beginning of the job, the confidence was still already there for a variety of reasons. For these substitute teachers that finally got their own classes, it was for a variety of reasons. Drawing on their teaching, you see, drawing on their notebooks. And my question to you today is, do you still have your notebook? Do you have the confidence to still be able to do whatever it is, whether it involves people or not, to manage them, to manage different situations, you see, adapting to different situations according to your management style? This was a Bluegold iron moment, and this is still confidence in what you have already learned in your notebooks.